Hello and welcome to livealittlehigher.com. This week we continue learning Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Fathers, and we're in chapter 5, Mishna 23, where it says, Yehuda ben Tema says, "Be bold as a leopard, light as an eagle, swift as a deer, and strong as a lion, to carry out the will of your Father in heaven." And I think this Mishna really hits a chord to me especially, and I imagine to many of you. In the book of Rabbi Twersky, Visions of Our Fathers, he says that most of the commentaries comment that this Mishna really are instructions for a Baal Tshuva, for a person that has returned to Hashem, for a person that was not God-fearing, was a person that did not keep Torah and mitzvahs, and he became a person that keeps Torah and mitzvahs. So he says here that the first stage of a person, for a person to live his old life and connect to the world of God, to connect to the world of the truth of what Hashem wants from him, really takes the person to be bold. You need to be bold as a leopard, and just have courage and just do what you want to do, and you know what, brush off anything that people tell you, because really when a person is changing, is growing, the people that are around him, most of them, sadly, they make fun of you, they start looking at you in a weird way. Suddenly you start feeling awkward, you don't feel you belong there anymore. You're trying to keep a lifestyle that is not the same lifestyle as they have. You start eating different, you start dressing different, you start not wanting to hear any lashon hara, anything that people say about other people. And it's very hard. It's not an easy thing to do at the beginning. You don't want to live your life. You love the people that are around you. You love all these people. They're your friends from childhood. They're your family. You don't want to leave them. But in reality, at a certain point, you try to fit in, and then it comes to a point where you just have to do what you have to do. And whoever really loves you will be by your side always. They will never leave you, regardless of your decision, and they will want to be with you. So it says here, be bold like a leopard, and then he says here that you have to be light as an eagle, and the lightness of the eagle refers to its ability to hover and descend gently. The eagle does not swoop down upon his nest in crescendo. He's very gentle, and the response to those who are critical of one's teshuvah, the people that are mocking you, that are telling you all these things, that do you think you're better than us? Are you becoming a saint? Are we not good enough for you anymore? You have to be gentle with them. You have to be gentle. You have to be courteous. You have to be respectful. You have to remember who you were, also where you were standing before you're the person you're right now, and be sensitive. Be empathetic and compassionate. And then it says that you have to have particular caution and sensitivity to your parents. You have to be excessive in being respectful towards them, because for the parents, the Baal Tshuva, when a son or a daughter becomes a Baal Tshuva, it really it puts them in a strange place, because suddenly the parents feel that whatever they taught their kid was not good enough for the kid. Is my teachings towards you, my values, my ethics are not good enough, that you have to go and look somewhere else, and you have to really tap into that and be very light with them, very light. If you go to their house, don't demand anything. Bring your dinner, bring a little oven, put it on a side, cook your dinner. You have to be very very delicate is the word. And because the parents may interpret their child's adaptation of Yiddishkeit as a repudiation of their values and personal affront. And it's something personal. They really take it very personal. It's not easy for them, and you have to understand that it is not easy for them. It's very hard. And one must bear in mind that respect of one's mother and father are one of the tenets of the Torah. It's one of the 10 commandments. So by honoring them, by being respectful towards them, it doesn't mean you're gonna not do what you have to do, but it means that you respect them and you don't confront them, you don't scream at them, you don't fight with them. It means that you are fulfilling kivud avaim, which is the commandment of honoring your parents. And one may indeed differ with one's parents' opinions, but this must be done with utmost respect and consideration of their feelings. You have to be very careful. And then the Mishnah says, you must be swift as a deer. And we know that the deer is an animal that is very, very fast. He has a lot of diligence. He runs fast. And one must overcome inertia and indolence and do the mitzvahs with enthusiasm. So what it's saying is that the swiftness does not mean that the Baal Shuvah should take giant leaps to grow in Torah. I always tell people that are growing and they're changing and they're keeping more mitzvahs, where they start with the kosher, then they start with the Shabbos. I always tell them, like, do one at a time, get adjusted to it, don't jump the whole stairways up, go one step at a time, go slowly, take your time, because it really is overwhelming. It becomes very overwhelming. It's a change of life completely from A to Z. So you should do it with, like a deer, you should do it diligently, but at the same time with passion and energy, but at the same time you have to know that you have to take one step at a time, and the Baal Shuvah should be guided by an halachic authority. It's very important to have a rabbi, someone that knows halacha, that will guide him and show him the way. You cannot do it alone. And finally, the Baal Shuvah should have the strength of a lion. The Talmud says that a person's progress spiritually is the Yetzer Hara increases in strength too. So as you grow spiritually, your Yetzer Hara, your evil inclination, is gonna grow with you too. So if before the evil inclination was to eat a ham and cheese sandwich, it's gonna come to a point where the ham and cheese sandwich is like, you're gonna see it, it's not gonna be anything that is gonna be a problem for you. You're gonna look at it and say, this is not edible. You're not gonna have an inclination towards it. But then the Yetzer Hara starts growing in different ways. Maybe you have to contain yourself more with the food. You have to start working in your intention of what you eat, why you eat it. Always have Hashem in mind. I'm eating this to gain energy and be able to fulfill Torah and mitzvahs in an energetic way, and be careful not to fall into other Jewish demons, as it's called, that you become with lust and you become a glutton. You have to always be working in many things. So as you grow in Torah, your Yetzer Hara grows also parallel. It's a parallel force, and the initial introduction into the Torah lifestyle may be comparatively easy, and the going may get rougher as one progresses. So this is a beautiful Mishnah. It really gives us a light into the growth of a person, of how he should do it and which steps he should take. I hope it's helpful. I wish you a blessed week, and remember, live a little higher. Thank you.